Good morning, I am Purnima, and once again I welcome you to my class of English. And children, I told you that in my yesterday's video that what is a tense. I've also given you the formula for simple present tense and its uses. So children, within a minute shall we revise what is a tense. Now tense is a children, it's a form of verb and the work which is done at what time. If the work is done now, then it is a present time. If the work is done in the future, then it is a future time. And if the work is done and will be done after some time, then that is future. And if the work is completed at the time of its speaking, then that is past tense. So I've already done two things with you. I've told you what is a tense. Tense is a time of an action and degree of completeness of an action. Now students, children, I have told you the uses of simple present yesterday, and today I will be telling you about the sentence structure of the present tense. So we will start with affirmative or positive sentence. So I am going to start with the sentence structure of present continuous tense. Okay, sentence structure of present continuous tense, and I will be starting with the which I will be starting with the affirmative or positive sentence. Now children, what is the formula for positive sentences? It is subject is R M plus V1 plus ing plus object. Now let me tell you what is a subject and object. Children, subject and object. Subject comes before the verb, noun or pronoun which comes before the verb is a subject. Noun or pronoun which comes after the verb is a object. So this you have to remember children, the first person, second person, third person, and then subject and object, because these are the basics which you have to keep in mind when I teach you this tense, right? So student, this is the formula, and children, I will writing the example. Okay, suppose I will be take subject, I will take you. With you we always use are. You are go plus ing plus to the market. So this is the object, this is v1 plus ing, this is are, and this is subject. Okay, you are going to the market. You can see children, this is a subject because the verb is here. It is pronoun which is coming after the before the verb, so it is a subject. Then are, according to the formula I have taken here are. Then children, v1 plus ing. V1 is go in, go in, first form plus ing. Then children, here to the market is an object. Okay, so children, you can see that what is the formula for positive sentence. One other example I will be telling you. I am going to see movie. Object v1 plus ing, am plus subject. So this is the formula, students. Right? So children, now I will be writing another formula for negative sentence, and then you have to write it. Okay, subject plus is or am plus not plus V1 plus ing, children. Subject plus is or am plus not plus V1 plus ing plus object. So for example, I am writing it here. He is not going to the school. They are not singing on the stage. Okay, so children, these are children, you can see these two example, and you can, student, you can see this is a subject, he and they are subject because they are coming, both are coming before the verb going and before the verb singing, and then there is an object here, the school and the stage. This is an object here. So children, the negative sentence, the sentence structure for negative sentences also have complete, and now it will come interrogative sentences. Okay, what is the formula for interrogative sentences? Is or am is or am plus subject. Okay, are you seeing that movie? Object V1 plus ing and subject starting with are. The sentence of interrogative will start with are or is or am. Okay, so children, we have completed this also, and now one more thing is there, interrogative negative. So what you will write in the interrogative negative? Is he, example, am I flying? Am I flying? Am I not doing that work? Object, subject, not doing. Okay. Second example, is Rita not walking on the road? So children, you can see this is the example of children, what to say, negative interrogative. Okay, interrogative. Children, I will like to change here, interrogative negative. This example is of interrogative negative. Okay, so student, what I feel that I have done till now, I have completed simple present tense, its sentence structure, its uses. Then present continuous tense is also completed today with its sentence structure and its uses. Now children, we will do the third most important thing, okay, that is present perfect tense. Which tense we are going to do? Present perfect tense. Children, in when I was teaching you degree of completeness of action, I told you that children, in present tense the work is completed. It is not like past tense, it is just vice versa. Okay, that is quite contrary, dot opposite of past tense. In past tense the action continues at the time of speaking, but in the present tense the action continues at the time of speaking, like I'm teaching. But in the past tense, children, in the present perfect tense the action is just completed or is just about to complete. Okay, so you can see how that both the parts are having variation. That means both are opposite to each other. Now children, one more thing which I think I should remember, that in present tenses we always use third form of the verb. In present tense we always use third form of the verb. Okay, remember one thing children, whether it is a simple present tense, sorry, present perfect tense, or future perfect tense, or past perfect tense, we always use third form the verb. And children, third form of verb, I think you remember, that teachers must have told you that it is also used in the passive form. The forms of verb is also used in the passive forms. Okay, in the active and passive voice, the past, this verb forms of the third form the verb is used in the passive voice. Okay, otherwise very rarely we use third form the verb. So third form of verb was used in the passive voice, and children, third form the verb is also used in the present perfect tense, or past perfect tense, or future perfect tense, right? So here children, you can see the sentence structure of interrogative, negative, of say simple present continuous tense. And now I'm going to tell you something about present continuous tense. First of all, I would like to tell you the uses of present perfect tense. So student, present perfect tense is used, children, a recently completed action. This is very important tense, so hear it very carefully. Okay, and we often use this tense when we speak. So student, present perfect tense, in present perfect tense children, it shows a recently completed action, the action which is completed recently. Okay, when time is not given. This is a very important point, and I will be explaining after completing this tense. Okay, like John has finished his homework. John has finished his homework. Now, finished is the third form of the verb, and we always use has or have plus third form of the verb in the present perfect tense. What do we use? We always use has or have in the and the third form of the verb in the present perfect tense, right? So children, here children, a recent completed action, that means when time is not given. Okay, try to understand. he has done his homework. That means children, he had finished his homework. Now many, according to me children, it is in present perfect tense because the work has completed now. But according to many students, they will ask, ma'am, if the work is completed, then that work is in the past tense. So why we are putting here present perfect tense? So children, when the time is there, please pay attention here. Very important point. Children, present perfect means the work is over when the time is given. Okay, then children, that tense will be there in past tense, simple past. That's okay. Like, I have completed my work. Okay, I have, yeah, you can see this sentence. I have completed my work. Now children, if you will read this sentence, has done, have completed, this is showing that the work is completed or the work is over, isn't it? This is showing that work is completed or the work is over. Children, so according to many students, it is in their mind when the work is completed, then it should be used in the past tense. Completed, then it should be used in the past tense. Okay, but then why we are using here in the perfect tense? So children, remember one thing, in simple past tense and in present perfect tense, in both the tense work is completed, but children, when time will be given, then the same thing will be in simple past when time is given. Remember, like, see the sentence again. Children, I no, sorry, he has, sorry, he has done his homework. Okay, and I have completed my work. In both the cases work is completed, and many of you will be thinking that why ma'am is written this present perfect tense here, because the verb is completed, verb is over, so this is the case of past tense. So children, if time will be there, then the same thing will be in the past, simple past tense. Like, he, if it is written here, see first sentence, if it is written here, he has done his homework yesterday. So here children, time is given. What is the time given? Yesterday. Then children, this sentence will be there in the simple past. Then what will be the answer? He did V2 his homework yesterday. Did you understand? This is wrong, this is right. Children, in both the cases the work is completed. In both the cases the work is completed. But children, if the work is completed and if the time is given, then that will be in the simple past tense. Like here, he has done his homework. So the time I've given here, yesterday. He did his homework yesterday. Okay. So student, let me tell you that don't get confused. So many people confused. Only you have to remember, if time is given, then that the same thing will be written in simple past tense. Okay, and the form of the verb will change, because in simple past tense generally we do second form of the verb. And if time is not given, but if the work is completed, then that will be in which tense? In present perfect tense. So children, first uses of present perfect tense is a recently completed action. A recently completed action, right? Now children, second use, a past experience. Children, a past experience, like I have seen the Taj. Even that work is completed. Okay. I have seen the Taj. The Taj. Okay. I have seen the Taj. That work is also completed. I have seen the Taj. That work is completed. Okay. Have you visited Lucknow? Even that work is completed. Have you visited Lucknow? So, children, what is the formula for present perfect? What is the formula for present perfect, student? Formula for present perfect is has or have plus third form of the verb. Have plus third form. Have plus third form. Okay. So children, but let me make you one more thing. One more time I will tell you, children, in present perfect tense also the work is completed. Okay. And children, in say in both the cases the work is completed. In present perfect tense the work is completed, and children, in past also the work is completed. But then how we will know that this is present tense and how we will know that this is past tense? This we can know by seeing the time. By seeing the time. If time is given, the same thing will be in simple past. But if time is not given, then the same thing will be there in simple, in present perfect. Okay. So children, now this is the second uses of present perfect tense. And children, there are many words are there. Many words are there. If that words are there, then children, the whole sentence will be in present perfect. Like children, already, so far. Okay. Already, so far, yet, despite. Okay. Recently, just now, etc. are the words. If these words are there in the sentence, then children, in 90% cases it is present perfect tense. Like has plus V3, and this is the word. Okay, so children, if this type of word will come, then it will be in which tense? It will be in present perfect tense. He had already left. Third form of leave is left. Leave, left, left. He has left. Has plus V3. He has left. But if I will say he already left, so you will put he have left. Okay. When recently, when yet, when student, you can see this word yet, despite, just now. Okay, when this type of word will be there, then please children you have to write it in the present perfect tense. Okay, so this is once again I am repeating, children, when this word is there already, so far, yet, despite, recently, just now, if these words are present in the sentence, then children, this word, then this whole sentence will be written in present perfect tense. Okay, now children, so I've told you about the uses of this tense, and now children, the most important part is the sentence structure. Sentence okay. Now children, affirmative sentence. Subject plus have or has plus third form the verb. Okay, example, he has taken his books. They have played football. Football is an object. This is V3. This is have. And this is subject. Once again, children, you read it. Okay. You read these two sentences. So, children, this is affirmative sentence. And in affirmative sentence, my dear students, okay, what do we use? We use what, student? We use have or has. Okay. And you can see, children, one thing I think is very important, and you note it down. Write a note, and this note is has is used with third person singular. Has is used with third person singular. And have is used with first person or second person and third person plural number. Have is used with first person, have is used with first person, second person and third person plural number. Has is always used with third person singular number, and have is used with first person, second person, third person plural number. So children, what is first person? I, we. Second person, you, your, you. Third person singular, he, she, it. Any name, any singular thing. And children, you have to remember all this thing. Every time I am revising with you so that you can remember it thoroughly. And children, third person plural is like many thing, or children like children, okay, students, boys, then they, okay, this will come in the category of third person plural. So children, tomorrow I will be explaining you about the negative and the interrogative sentence structure of present tense, simple this present perfect tense. And with this I end my video today. Have a good day, you all. To you I mean to say, children, please study nicely, and whatever we are teaching you, please pay attention, watch our video. If you have any problem, ask it in the class which we are having online classes. So with this I leave my today's video. I will be leaving and I will be meeting you tomorrow in my next video. Okay, so now I leave.